just reminded me. We were supposed to... We didn't go there. The geese. You geese. You reminded me. Where are we? Run back to Novigrad. You know what? We can take our horse in this area. There's our horse. Grab Rudy. Alright, run back to Novigrad. Where in Novigrad are we? That's Tredigor, right? Want to go this way? Wait a minute. Go this way. We want the next gate, I think, right? Go this way. Drowners. Can we run through here and you not attack us? Can we just go this way? I was talking about something way back and I said, we're on our way there. I'll show it to you. And then I forgot about it. In the last episode. I was talking about something and I was going on and on and on and on. And I said, you know what? We're almost there. Let's go there. We ran right past it. Never got there. So let's go back there. Tredigor Gate. Okay, you're Tredigor Gate. Okay, we want the gate at Avallac'h. So it should be next one. Avallac'h Gate's the one after Tredigor Gate, right? Are we? There's the geese. Yes? Yes. This is the gate at Avallac'h, right? Gate of Avallac'h. Okay, what Gate of Avallac'h was the one we wanted. I was trying to trigger the name of it. Alright, we were talking about Triss earlier. If you missed a previous episode. We have lots of very specific goals for this playthrough. One of them is we're trying to reach level 900. We are currently level 331. It only shows the last two digits, doesn't show the first one, but we're level 331. We have a goal to get 1,000,000 coins in our pocket. We made it up to 700,000. That's the highest we've gotten. But then we started buying all kinds of stuff. We went to the rune maker, and obviously you're going to go through 700,000 coins in a matter of seconds at the rune maker. So now we have to reassemble that money all over again. But we're trying to have at least 1,000,000 in our pockets at once. The most I've ever gotten total in a playthrough was 3,000,000, but it wasn't all in our pocket at once. So I know you can make 3,000,000 coins in a playthrough. I want to see if we can actually make 1,000,000 and be carrying 1,000,000 in our pocket at once. We did reach 700,000 in this playthrough already. So those are two goals. Reach level 900, we do get 1,000,000 coins. Also, this is my fifth, I keep classifying this as my fifth playthrough. It's my fifth 100% completionist run, meaning all the main quests, all the side quests, all the DLCs, all the treasure hunts, all the scavenger hunts, all the contracts, all the question marks, everything. If it's something available to do, even all the skeletal question marks in the water, if there's something available to do, we do all of it. Do absolutely everything. So that's a full 100% thing. I've done that 4 times now. This is my 5th time doing it. It's my 11th time through the main quests, where I just played the main quest and I didn't do side quests and contracts and all that stuff. We just went through the main quest to try to get all the alternate cutscenes for all the alternate options. So I've done that 10 times. So that means I've done the Corinthian and Eridan boss battle at the end of the game. I've played through that 10 times now. But I'm still calling this a 5th playthrough because I classify those as just, going back and playing specific quests, because we only did the main quest. We didn't do the full game when we did those. And the goal of those shorter runs was, like I said, to get alternate cutscenes from alternate quests, to do the alternate options so that we could see every cutscene. We've reached a point in the game where we have seen almost every alternate version of every single quest. There's only a few left we haven't seen. So we have a specific goal to get those alternate quests, alternate cutscenes. One of them is, we're also going for all the Easter eggs that we haven't gotten. Like, we found the mountain where the game developer's photo is on the top of the mountain. We did that in this playthrough. We went looking because Avallac'h in the novels had made these cave paintings and was marking specific areas for specific reasons, and I made an entire video where I went through those whole reasons, what he was talking about, what he was doing. And then we went and looked for him, and we found there were two that were listed. We found both of those, but then we found a third one. We've got a list of Easter eggs that we're going by, and so we're going down this list of Easter eggs of, you know, these are Easter eggs that we haven't found yet. Let's look for them. And so that listed two of them, and we ended up finding three of them. We found a third one, and that was just like 4 episodes ago when we found a third one. It's the one where it's the episode titled "We Found a Giant Kelpie." We found a third one, and the third one was Kelpie. But we're also doing the alternate quests that we haven't yet done. So Family Matters is one of the ones, it's one of the primary ones. Family Matters and Ugly Baby are two of the primary ones we really want to be careful with, because it's really easy to lose the Easter egg endings of those two. Both of those quests have an Easter egg version, and I've never seen them. I've never seen people play them. We also found a ghost ship in this playthrough, and we're tracking the ghost ship because everybody's always said when you find the ghost ship goes by, you can't interact with it. We proved that wrong. We saw the ghost ship go by, and in the daytime we went over to where we saw it come down in the water, and we actually found it. You can board it, and it moves. It changes location. We found it in 3 different locations. Now it keeps moving. It is slowly moving its way across the map. So we keep going back and checking on it to find out where is it now. But you can board it. We have now boarded the ghost ship. So you're seeing us doing all these really rare Easter eggs that are really hard to find. 2 of the more rare Easter eggs. One of them, it's one of the hardest things you can get in the game, is the third ending of Family Matters. Most people are of the common misconception that Family Matters has 2 endings, where either you rescue the Baron and his wife, they live, but all the children die. Or you rescue the children, they live, but the Baron and his wife dies. There is a third ending where everybody lives. You can rescue the children and keep the Baron and his wife alive. It's considered the most difficult ending to get of any quest in the entire game. It has very specific steps you have to take in order to get that ending. We've been doing those steps already, and we right now have that ending active. As long as we continue the way we're going. What just attacked us? As long as we continue the way we're going, we will get the third ending to Family Matters, where the children and the Baron are all going to live. We've got that ending going right now. It's active. The other quest that has a really hard alternate scene, the ending doesn't change, but it has an alternate scene in it, is Ugly Baby, when you take Uma to turn him into Avallac'h. If you do the quest exactly as it tells you, you're always going to get the same result. However, I have the instruction for it. They're in this book. It tells you how to do it. So this book lists most of the Easter eggs and the instructions to how to get it, we're going by. You frequently see me stop and I'm looking at the book and I'm flipping through and I'm like, we got to make sure we do these steps exactly. We're following the instructions that this book has for certain quests, and Ugly Baby is one of them. In order to get the alternate version of Ugly Baby, you cannot do Crow's Perch. You must not unlock Crow's Perch at all. You have to do all the quests around it. Do not meet the Baron. Do not unlock Crow's Perch. You cannot risk coming into any contact at all with Uma. You have to get to Skellige, and you have to do the werewolf quest with Morvok. You have to do Nameless. If you do it in the right order, you will encounter Uma during Nameless for the first time. Normally, you do that quest, you encounter Uma, and it tells you this cutscene of, I remember this creature, I saw it at the Red Barrens. If you haven't met the Red Baron yet, you're going to encounter Uma for the first time in Nameless, and it changes the Ugly Baby quest. You're going to end up with a different version. It's not that big of a change. Like I said, it doesn't change the outcome. It only changes some of the cutscenes throughout the quest. So we've not got those cutscenes yet. And so that's another quest we are doing differently now. You are being attacked. Can you get off your horse? Because that is the Admirer, and she will kill you if you're still sitting on your horse. There's 2, there should be 3. That was Corinthia. Poor girls. Okay, Gills is dead. Let's bring Gills back. Gills is over there being zombie T-pose Gills.
I like it.
Okay, back to what we were saying before we get interrupted. Other goals we have for this quest. We have never gotten the bad ending of Kaer Morhen, where everybody dies. That's a possibility. We are going for that in this playthrough. We have already told Roach and Vest to fuck off, so they're not coming to Kaer Morhen. We've already ditched Dijkstra, so he's not going to help us. He's tired. Okay. Jump back up on your horse. Now you're done being attacked. We will have Letho. We accidentally triggered the Letho quest a while back, and we had to go back and reload because we're too early in the game. For our particular goals, we don't want Letho in the game yet. We almost triggered Lambert 2 days ago. Again, we don't want to trigger these quests yet because we are going for specific versions of the quests. So we have to be very careful with the main quests. It's why you're seeing me avoiding a lot of particular quests. You'll see me start to go into an area and I'm like, wait a minute, we can't do that. We're going to trigger a cutscene, and we leave that area. It's because we are going for very specific endings for very specific quests, and we cannot risk triggering anything to do with those quests yet. You'll eventually see us doing the quests, but we have specific quest order that we're doing stuff in order to get alternate versions of the quests. Which is why we are right here, right now. The Ilmarith quest, we're also going for a different version. At the very last thing that happens in the Ilmarith quest, you come through here, and something's scaring Roach. You come through here. You can throw us off. Can you oxy the horse? No, stop taking drugs. Oxy the horse. Oxy the horse. Alright, move the horse. At the end of the Ilmarith quest, you come through here. This bridge is gonna have dead elves hanging all over it. In this playthrough, it's not. In order to get that to not happen, though, you have to ditch Triss. I'm not sure how bad that's gonna end up, because we've never done it before. Every time we get to the quest where Triss is all boo-hoo, Kalkstein's dead, the mages are all dying, they're killing everybody, we gotta get them out of here, we always help her. The previous episode, the one I just did a few minutes ago, we were just at Triss's house, and we got to this house, and we were looting, and we were going in and out of every house, and we walked up to this door, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know where we are. We cannot go in this house. And then I started talking about why we cannot go in this house, because that's Triss's house, and the next quest we got with Triss is the masquerade party. That's we're up to that point in the game right now. So the next time we encounter Triss, she's going to ask us, go to this masquerade party. We don't want to encounter any more with Triss. We want to completely ignore Triss until after we do Avallac'h. So, we're not saving the mages. It's going to change the Ilmarith quest. When you kill Ilmarith, you're not going to find dead elves hanging everywhere. You're going to instead find dead mages hanging everywhere. There's going to be a massive massacre of the mages happen. I've never seen that. I have never seen anybody do it. I have seen so many people. Like I said, I've watched more than 300 different people stream this game, in addition to a lot of the YouTubers I have seen play this game. And I've never seen anybody not help Triss. I've never seen anybody not save the mages. So I have no clue what is going to happen with that quest. All I know is it is dramatically different when you get to the point here, and the scene at the bridge is what it's going to change. It's also going to change this town right here, which is why we came over here. Right now, you come through this town, there are little elves and gnomes and halflings and dwarves. This town is full of people. You see all these people, they're all wandering around. He is very tired. We need to meditate. Can we just, meditate here beside you guys? We're going to meditate right here beside you guys. I'm trying to make him move, and he's like, no, I am so tired. I am not going to do what you want me to do. Okay, meditate. There you go. Okay. Get a drink. No. Get a drink. There you go. Now we can move. There we go. Now he's moving. Okay. Right now, at this point in the game, everybody's alive. There's a front door here. There's a woman here. You come through this whole section. There are people all over the place. There are doors on these houses, and there are people everywhere. This is the bits. We are in the bits. This is part of the bits. You come to this whole area. You go up over here. You see all the little dwarves. You head over here by Avallac'h's house. You see people around Avallac'h's house. This whole area right now is full of life. After you do the Triss quest, if you rescue the mages, when you end, after you kill Ilmarith, you go back to that bridge, you'll see all the dead elves hanging on that bridge. When you come through this village, when you get to that part, come through this village. Nobody ever does. Nobody realizes how much the game has changed because you helped Triss rescue the mages. All of these people are dead. These people we're seeing here right now, they're all dead. You get here, the front doors are literally ripped off every one of these houses. You walk through here after you have helped Triss rescue the mages.
You lifted the curse.
All these halflings are gone. All the gnomes are gone. All the dwarves are gone. All the elves are gone. There is no house with a front door. The front doors are all removed. Most of the roofs are smoldering and have fire and smoke coming out of the tops of them. These people that are sitting around doing stuff, they're gone. This place is totally deserted. You go into houses. You go into houses now, they look like they're regular houses. After you kill Imarith, and if you have helped Triss take the mages out, you come in these houses, they're all trashed. Everything is thrown all over the place. There is no front door. Stuff is burned up. The front doors are gone on every one of them. They'll be smashed and laying down on the ground. These are the people who were killed. If you help Triss save the mages, you help Triss save, it tells you 32 mages. More than 300 people will be killed if you help Triss save 32 mages. When you get here, there'll be 2 elves. There'll be a little bench right here. There will be 2 elves sitting here, a male and a female. They'll be sitting there crying. Daddy, only 2 left alive. All those houses will be empty. Both sides of the road. You come over here as well. These will all be empty. Everybody who lived in there, all these people here, they're all going to be dead. And that's not going to happen in this playthrough because we're doing the alternate version. So when you get to the end of the Ilmarith Crest, you walk through here and Ciri stops and there's elves hanging all over the bridge. They've got dead elves hanging on the bridge. And Ciri she's shocked, she's horrified. And people wonder why Avallac'h's acting like he is. Right here, right on the other side of the bridge, Kalkstein was murdered right here. Do you see what is on the other side of the bridge? This is Dandelions, right here. At that point, you will also walk into here. The next person you're going to talk to once you cross that bridge is Dandelion. Here he is right here. Next person you're going to talk to is Dandelion, and Dandelion is going to tell you Avallac'h came running in here and locked himself in one of the rooms, and he hasn't eaten anything in 5 weeks. He's not opening the door. They can't get him out. He's going to ask you to go up there and try to talk to him. That's because in order to get to Dandelions, Avallac'h had to walk through that massacre that was happening. A lot of people don't realize why Avallac'h has locked himself in that room. They just do not pay attention. The game does tell you. It tells you if you pay attention. It literally tells you. And people are always, oh, he's being arrogant. He locked himself in that big room. He's scared out of his mind. He is absolutely terrified. And he will tell you during the Through Time and Space quest, if you actually listen to what he says, there's a point, depending on the dialogue path you choose in Through Time and Space, there's a point where Geralt will walk away and leave Avallac'h standing alone in the street, and Avallac'h will tell him he's scared of the witch hunters. Don't leave me here. And Geralt just walks away and leaves him there. He comes right out and tells you he is scared to be left alone in Novigrad. He's an elf and he's a mage. And that attack just interrupted us. But while you are fighting Ilmarith, all the elves in this village are being massacred.
You possibly know about that.
And that's what's happening when Avallac'h arrives. He arrives while this is happening. He's an elf walking through an elf village as elves are being mass murdered. That's why when he comes through here and he runs into Dandelions, which is right there, he gets here at the same time that happens. He is here while the elves are being massacred. That's why he runs in here and locks himself in the room upstairs.
No ordinary craftsman would do.
He's terrified. He doesn't dare to come out of that room. And people go into this, oh, look how arrogant he's being. No, look what the hell he's just walked through. He's an elf, and he has just witnessed more than 300 other elves be murdered. He's scared out of his mind. But nobody ever sees it. These buildings will all be smoldering. They'll be on fire. There's smoke. The whole sky is full of smoke. And everybody is dead. All of these elves, all of these dwarves, more than 300 of them, are all dead. Like I said, you pay attention. This is the bits. They will talk about the bits. They keep talking about the Novigrad bits and the non-human district. The Novigrad bits, the non-human district. This is it. We're standing it right now. During the Ilmarith quest, if you have helped Triss rescue the mages, everybody here is going to die. If you don't help Triss, the mages die. These people don't. These people stay alive. So few people realize that when you save 32 mages, an entire city is going to die as a result. So we're going for that, and that's why we have very specific stuff. See all these little dwarves? You see the streets are full of dwarves right now. They're everywhere. These little dwarves, you'll actually see them again after that. If you come down here, look at this right now. This is a boat yard right now. You see all the elves and dwarves and stuff here all working on these boats. You come back here after the Ilmarith quest, after they have told you they've killed everybody. These boats will be gone. The water will be gone. And there will be piles and piles of dead bodies. Those little dwarves that you see walking around the street right now, these dwarves, you can look for them. You will find them. They'll be laying right over here, dead. That's something you'll see as a result. You come over here. These pits will have been filled with bodies. There's hundreds of them. All the elves and dwarves that aren't hanging on the bridge, they'll all be in these two pits right here. There'll just be this massive pile of dead bodies laying here. So many people miss it. So many people play this game and they miss that. They're like, we helped Triss, we saved the mages, and then they see a few elves dead on that bridge, and they're like, well, some elves died. No, not some elves died. All the elves died. The only elves that survived this attack are Avallac'h, Ilihal, Hattori, and those two elves that you're going to meet at the gate that are sitting there crying. They're literally the only 5 elves left alive by that point. They all die. In total, more than 300 are going to die. All these people you see here. Everybody here. All the way around over here. All these will be empty too. These will all be gone. You'll come here to the brick place. You'll see all these brick house things, all these little kilns, they'll all be smashed. They'll have smashed all of those. All these people here will all be dead. Come through here, all these people will be dead. Their houses will be smashed up. Can we get rid? Yeah, see, we're in the bits. It still says the bits. We're still in the bits. Roach has a hard time on this bridge. I know we can get across the bridge. It's really difficult. You're in the water. Okay, get off your stupid horse. Climb up there. Climb up there. No, 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 no. Stop swimming. Stop swimming. There you go. Climb up. All the way over here. All the way over here. Everybody in here will be dead too. These houses will also all be destroyed. This little gnome village over here, all these gnomes will all be dead. All these little gnomes we were just over here talking to, that are over here. We were picking all their flowers, watching them chopping their wood. These will all be dead too. All these buildings will be destroyed and burned down.
Yes, we failed to. Once through the
That's how widespread this massacre is going to be. They are going to literally kill every single non-human. This little guy here, over here chopping his tree, he's going to be dead. They're all going to be dead. So, in this playthrough, that's not going to happen because we've ditched Triss. Another goal that we have also, we've done all but one of the options with Kira. The last playthrough, we killed Kira, where you fight with her and you actually kill her, over on Fyke Isle. Griffin. Okay. Back to what we were saying before Griffin interrupted us. Where'd our horse go? Our horse ran off again. There was flowers over here we missed. Where were they? There they are. I knew I saw them. Will Erden kill these sheep? If we just cast Erden there? Or will it not attack them because they're not enemies?
I managed to accelerate tissue regeneration. She's feeling much better.
Does Ard kill him? No? Has to be Igni. Has to be Igni. Okay.
So I must believe you put equal effort into preparing this lie.
We need to make money. So, we need to start going around harvesting sheep and cows and all those other things.
So why not?
Did we get all of them? Alright, let's start harvesting. What was I saying? Why do I so sidetracked? Kira, that's what we was talking about. There's one more version of Kira's path that we haven't done yet, and that is the one where You can tell Kira to go to Cameron, which is what we usually do. She helps at the Battle of Cameron. Or you can fight her and kill her, which is what we did last time. That was what we did the last playthrough. Or she has this. She gets it into her head that Radovid's not as bad as people say. And she comes to this conclusion that, you know what, Radovid used to have sorceresses working for him. He had the Lodge of Sorceresses working for him before. Philippa was his court mage. Why are you clicking on Siri instead of looting your sheep?
Of course.
She does this whole, she tells you this whole thing, you know, Philippa was his court mage, he used to like mages. I know information that's going to help him. Everybody in his country, everybody in Redania, they're dying of Catriona. Catriona is this horrible plague. It's killing, thousands of people are dying from this really bad plague. And she's like, you know what, I know how to cure this plague. I've discovered the cure. If I take this to him, he's going to pardon me. I'll cure his people. He'll make me his new court mage. And, So she's got this whole plan. And you have the option to say, you know what, Radovid isn't going to do it. He's crazy. And you can convince her not to go. And that's the route we usually take. You convince her not to go, you convince her to go to Cameron, and she ends up helping you in the Battle of Cameron. Or you can argue with her, you get in a fight with her, and she gets mad, she starts throwing lightning bolts at you, and you have to kill her. You kill her in this fight. Or you can tell her, you know what, maybe Radovid's okay, maybe his will work, go ahead and try it. Which we've never done before. If you tell her to go ahead and attempt to do this thing, to, maybe you can convince Radovid, maybe it'll work out. If you do that, Radovid ends up killing her. And you unlock an Easter egg quest. This quest only becomes available if Radovid kills Kira, where Triss then contacts you and tells you that Radovid killed Kira. Her body is hanging in Avallac'h Square. Can you go and get her so that we can give her a proper burial? So you end up with a quest where you have to go find Kira's body and bring her back so the Lodge of Sorceresses can bury her. We've never done that before. So we're doing that quest with Kira in this playthrough because that's one we haven't done before. So like I said, I've gotten almost every cutscene and almost every ending of almost every quest. I've gone through the game enough times now that we're only missing a few of them. And those are the primary ones that we're missing, so those are the primary ones that we are focusing on in this playthrough. So we do have very specific things we're attempting to do. And that's why you're seeing me play the game the way I'm playing it this time. You're seeing me avoiding quests. You're seeing me go out of my way to do quests in the wrong order. You're seeing me go out of my way to avoid different characters because we don't want to trigger them yet. We want to do other stuff before we talk to them. That's the reason for it. We have very specific goals for very specific outcomes for very specific quests. And those are the big ones. Also, we're going for the Hjalmar ending this time simply because every time I always go with Triss. We always go with Triss. So I've only done the Hjalmar version once. And we did the Bran ending last time. So Bran became king. Lady Bran stayed alive. They didn't execute her. This time we're going to do the Hjalmar ending because I like the Hjalmar quest. I don't like the Hjalmar ending. He's not a good king. He turns into a tyrant. He becomes this warlord who... Basically, Skellige is right now on the brink of becoming this really good civilization. And if you have Triss become queen, all of a sudden this new era opens up for Skellige, and it becomes like
Yet I do believe Gels will keep his wall.
it becomes like this. People become more advanced. Society gets better and stuff. Overall, it's the best ending. You see Triss become a really good queen, and life becomes better for everybody in Skellige. If Bran becomes king, Lady Bran planned to rule and just use him as a puppet, but he knew that. And so throughout the game, while you're on the Bran path, you see him not do anything. He just stands back and he's kind of, yeah, my mother wants this done, so we're going to do that. He comes off very much as a mama's boy who is never going to do anything until right at the end. Right at the end, when he becomes king, all of a sudden he turns on his mother, he turns on her advisors, he kills them. You see him pull out an axe and he goes nuts and kills everybody, and he becomes this crazy tyrant who takes over. And he ends up siding with Nilfgaard, and Nilfgaard takes over Skellige, and Skellige basically becomes like enslaved to the Nilfgaardians. So the Bran ending is the worst possible ending for Skellige. It's a really bad ending. You see Skellige become enslaved to the Nilfgaardians. They lose their freedom, and they're just basically slaves to the continent after that point. And in the Hjalmar ending is also a bad ending. It's a really bad ending. It's not as bad as the Bran ending, but it's a really bad ending. You see Hjalmar, he didn't seem power crazy when you see him throughout the game, but becoming king kind of goes to his head, and you see him act like that a little bit in the giant quest when you're fighting the ice giant and his interaction with Viggy. You see how Hjalmar treats Viggy, and you can see that he's got a serious personality flaw here. He's got an ego issue. It comes off in that quest, but you don't realize how bad it is until he becomes king. He becomes Jarl. That is a noon race. When Hjalmar becomes Jarl, he just goes power crazy. It goes to his head, his ego. I killed the giant, and now we're going to take over. So he becomes this really power-hungry warlord, and he just sends Skellige right back to the Dark Ages. Skellige, people stop progressing, and they go back, and they become this barbaric culture that they already are that way, but they get worse. They basically just turn into these massive wild savages that just kill everybody. And so the raids of the continent get worse, and you see Skellige become a society of terrorists who just, all they do is rape, pillage, conquer everything. So they become extreme psychotic Vikings under Hjalmar's rulership. So like I said, it's a bad ending for Skellige. If Hjalmar becomes Jarl, that's going to be a bad ending for Skellige. But I like the quest. The actual quest that you have to do to get that ending. And the only way to do that quest is to have Hjalmar become Jarl. It's the quest with the Berserkers. The only way you're going to see that quest is if you take that path. So, like I said, that's a main quest. And we've done the main quest 10 times. We've only done Hjalmar once. We've only done Bran once. So we've had 8 times doing the Cirrus end. We did the Bran ending last time, so I figured, you know what? Let's do the Hjalmar ending this time, since we so rarely ever do it. So that's another goal we got. We're going for the Hjalmar ending, just so we can go visit the Berserkers. You get to see the Berserkers do this wild ritual thing where they go off into their little cave, and they're like this group of sorcerers, and they go off into this bear cave, and they have this wild crazy ritual that they do, and you actually find out how they become berserkers. They have an initiation ritual going on, so you see them turn a new member into a berserker. And the only time you see that quest is if you do the Hjalmar path. Avallac'h, can't run. Meditate. I need you to run. We're chasing sheep.